What is going on, everybody? WeedleTwineedle here, and we are back with another Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle, and this one's going to be against Jamilla. Now, I battled my opponent on my Discord server, so if you guys are interested in Wi-Fi battling in general, definitely check out my Discord. A link will be in the description below. Setting up a Discord account is very easy and is free, so there's no money involved. Anyway, we are having an overused tier battle. Looking at my opponent's team, she has a very threatening overused team. She has some pretty cool mons on there like Delmise and Staraptor, but she has Greninja, Tapu Koko, Garchomp, and Heatran, very threatening Pokemon, as I'm using my legit shiny Rampardos. Awesome! I'm sorry for that. Altaria, Quillfish, Kecleon, and Excadrill because I needed a Rapid Spinner / Rocker. Now, I expected my opponent to want to lead off with her Tapu Koko or her Staraptor, and since my Rampardos, normally people think Rampardos is Focus Sash because there is a lead Rampardos set that is viable in PU, but I just led off with my Rampardos anyway, assuming she would want to lead off with her Staraptor or Tapu Koko, as she actually chooses to lead off with her Staraptor, her best bird, which arguably probably is the best bird now that Talonflame got gutted, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that Staraptor is the best basic first flying type in the game, out of all generations, of course. But turn 1, she actually goes for U-turn, predicting my switch into Quillfish. Good play on her part, as I predict her to go for the U-turn, I go for Ice Beam, expecting the Garchomp to come in, and I'm able to snipe the Garchomp, but it lives with like 1 HP. My opponent said it lived with 1 HP, but I am a naive Rampardos, so I'm going to be able to outspeed it and knock him out with the Ice Beam. So down goes the Landers, which is actually Garchomp, so that guy fooled me there. My opponent fooled me with the nickname, but in comes Greninja, and I don't want to give this thing a free Ash Greninja if it is Ash Greninja, so I'm going to switch out and just bring in my Kecleon. Overall safe play because Kecleon does have a decently high specialty defense stat, as she does reveal Dark Pulse, and the Protein does not activate there, so I do believe that means that she is Ash Greninja. So she's going to switch out and bring in her Blood Anchor, her Delmise, as I do expect, well, I just go for a Fake Out just because I expected her to want to 2-hit KO me, but she just made the right play, bringing in her Delmise, as now I don't want to stay in, so I'm actually going to bring in my Quillfish just to get the Intimidate, because I don't really have a safe switch into Delmise if it's like Bandit or whatever, but she actually chooses to go for the Anchor Shot here, which unfortunately for me means I'm actually trapped, because Anchor Shot is a trapping move for whatever reason. So Quillfish can no longer escape, which means that the Delmise can pretty much 1v1 me essentially, because my Quillfish really can't damage this Delmise because it has no attack investment and is a fully defensive Quillfish. So gonna go for Poison Jab here, as she does reveal to have Power Whip, and Power Whip's gonna do a crap ton of damage and bring me down a decent low amount. But I know I can take a couple Power Whips, but it's just the fact that I can't switch out because of the Anchor Shot. A really annoying mechanic actually. But it makes Delmise semi-decent at dealing with walls, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, my Quillfish does not get recovery. That'd be pretty nice if Quillfish got recovery outside of rest, but it does not. Unfortunately, I'm pretty much just forced to sack off my Quillfish here. I could have went for Spikes, arguably, but she would have just Rapid Spinned them away after the fact. So I'm assuming this is an Assault Vest Delmise. Could be wrong, could be Choice Banded, but I can't really tell from the damage because I haven't faced Delmise all that much. I know Delmise is a really high attack stat though, so it could be Choice Banded, but I have no idea. It's likely Assault Vest, because I'm thinking Assault Vest is probably like the most common item on Delmise, just thinking about it. But anyway, I'm going to bring in my Cotton Candy here. After getting destroyed by that Delmise, I'm able to knock out the Delmise with the Dragon Claw, so may I add that Shiny Delmise actually looks pretty cool, hence the name Blood Anchor. I see what you did there. Anyway, in comes Greninja, and I'm assuming my opponent likely carries Ice Beam considering he brought it in so confidently, so I'm going to choose to pivot into my Randy Rush, my Excadrill, as my opponent is actually going to choose to go for the Ice Beam, so I'm able to get that play correctly, and I'm pretty much confirmed that she is Ash Greninja because she did not get Protean there either, and so, I mean, like, you're not using Torrent Greninja, so it's likely Battle Bond, and I don't want to give this thing a free kill if that's the case, so I am going to actually just choose to lay out my Stealth Rack, as my opponent is just going to bring in her Staraptor here, expecting the Earthquake. Good play on her part. I would have punished it with the Iron Head or Stone Edge if I had it, but my only offensive move on this Excadrill is Earthquake, because it is a defensive Rocks variant, just for fun. I didn't want to use a Mold Breaker offensive one because I need Stealth Rocks, and I don't even think I have that kind of set trained. All I have is defensive Excadrill and a Sand Rush one, but since I never used Tyranitar or whatever, I'm probably never going to use that. But going to bring in my Altaria here to take the close combat, which I was expecting, as I'm able to get that play correctly, and Altaria actually ate that up pretty well. And the Staraptor is pretty much going to be forced out, and all she has left is Heatran, Tapu Koko, and Greninja, so I'm expecting Tapu Koko or Heatran to come out come out here expecting Dragon Claw, so I'm actually going to predict the switch into one of them and go for the Earthquake after the Electric Surge happens. So Cocoa Puffs is going to come in here, and it's just going to switch right into an Earthquake, so I'm able to snipe this Tapu Koko on the switch in, and I'm hoping that it's able to knock him out, but unfortunately Altaria's pitiful attacks, that means that Tapu Koko just tanks it, and Tapu Koko likely carries Hidden Power Ice / Dazzling Gleam, so I am going to be forced to switch out, and I'm going to choose to bring in my Kecleon here, just to tank the HP Ice / Dazzling Gleam. I could have brought in my Excadrill, but I thought that was a little too obvious, but whatever. I'm actually able to tank the Dazzling Gleam, thankfully, and I saw that she has Life Orb, so I'm like, well, if I fake out, I'm going to die from Life Orb, so I may as well just go for the Troll play. And she actually ends up bringing in Heatran, as my Troll play was actually going for Focus Punch, because my Kecleon does carry Focus Punch, so I'm just going to go straight for the Focus Punch here with my Kecleon, and that's just going to easily one-shot the Heatran. So I didn't expect the Heatran to switch, and I was just sacking off my Kecleon, and there's no point in going for Fake Out if I'm just going to die, if she's just going to die from Life Orb anyway, so I figured may as well just go for Focus Punch. Actually ends up just sacking off her Heatran. I mean, granted, there was no reason for me to go for Focus Punch, so her switching into Heatran was definitely plausible, saving Tapu Koko for Death Fodder. But that was the reason why I clicked Focus Punch instead of Fake Out, which is, I always gotta keep those things in consideration, man. Anyway, I expect my opponent to want me to switch into Excadrill to take the Ice Beam, so I am going to stay in here with my Altaria, tank the Specs, not Dragon Pulse, Dark Pulse here, and now I'm going to reveal my Zuve on my Altaria, my Supersonic Sky Strike. I actually carry Sky Attack on this Altaria, just because I wanted it to have a nice stab. I wanted it to be like Solomon's Jr. in this regard, so I'm going to go for Supersonic Sky Strike, and it's actually just going to be able to knock out the Greninjas. Not that knocking out Greninja is an impressive feat by itself, but hey, Altaria actually doing something in a battle without boosts, I gotta take that. We take those. So in comes Staraptor here, and pretty much just forced to sack off my Altaria here just to see what she locks herself into, as she chooses to lock herself into close combat. So that was a nice play on her part, and that's just gonna knock out my Altaria, unfortunately. Cotton Candy couldn't do anything else because it was just really low. And yeah, so finally the electric terrain is gone, so now we can see the beautiful background. And I'm just going to bring my Bellossom here, knowing that the Staraptor is most likely locked into close combat, because most Staraptors are choiced, and I'm pretty sure she's revealed herself to be choiced by revealing U-turn and close combat. Normally, those Staraptors are choiced. So anyway, she is locked into CC, and she chooses to sack off her Staraptor here to the Moonblast. I didn't agree with that play. I would have at least sacked off Tapu Koko and brought back in Staraptor to get a couple more kills, but she ended up just sacking off her Staraptor, thinking that Bellossom would die to close combat, but Bellossom's fat, so that's not going to happen. And Tapu Koko just dies from Stealth Rocks and are able to beat Jamilla with a 3-0 victory. So that was a pretty fun battle. I had a lot of fun in that game. It wasn't too overwhelmingly broken with OU. Like, there was no Pheromosa or Tapu Lele in this game, so it was pretty much a good game in that regard. But thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more of my content, definitely hit that like button. It really means the world to me, and it helps support the channel significantly. And the question of the day is going to be, what is your favorite soundtrack from the Pokemon series? And my favorite soundtrack from the Pokemon series has got to be the Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald Gym Leader music, or the Zinnia Battle theme from ORAS. So yeah, Hoenn soundtrack basically. I think that Pokemon has a lot of amazing soundtracks, and it was really hard for me to pick one, but if I were to pick one, it'd probably be the Hoenn music, most likely. But that's gonna be the battle, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll check you guys in my next video. Alright, peace.